Hello and welcome back everybody to the Human Reignition project. Phone is ringing, so I'm gonna pick up right away. Oh crap. I scrambled for the remote and paused the film. The villain on screen is frozen with a very unflattering expression. Yeah, that is actually one of the best reasons for stopping a film, just to see the stupid face an actor makes. You know, lines like these are very important in novels and, of course, therefore also in visual novels. Like minor details like these, they make you think the whole thing is real, you know? That is why Katawa Shoujo is one of the better games. It has, and novels in general, not only visual novels, but novels. It has so many minor details that don't seem like unimportant. It's just to make you feel that it's real, you know? Anyway. Hello? Ken, oh god. Kojo's voice. Every time I do it, it's a new one. Ken, I'm not interrupting anything, am I? I think I made it a little bit like Kyo's last time. A little bit, but not as smoky, you know? Not like, yeah, more like, yeah. Old manish. More like, yeah, you know? Maybe I did that. I'm not too sure anymore. Not really. What's up? I know it's short notice, but could you attend a group meeting tonight? No, I'm working tonight. But boss did say he'd shuffle our ships around to help us make meetings. I'm not thrilled by the prospect of another of Kojo's talks, but a night off working is tempting. Let's see how far boss' interest really goes. Never mind. Yeah, I can be there. Wonderful. I'll message you the details. Hey, would you like me to message Kyotaro for you? Certainly. I'd appreciate it very much. Alright, I'll see you tonight then. Maybe that will be the end of the novel, like the second meeting. Of the demo of the novel, of course. There's a beep as the line goes dead. A second later there's another beep, and I have a new message. The details, I assume. Now for the hard part. I scroll up to boss's name. It's not there. I'd forgotten it's still on my other phone. I reach for it and call him. What? Oh, I don't really remember boss's voice either. It's not very long ago. Like 3 days that I last played this game, you know? And okay, boss's voice is probably like a week ago. But Kojo's voice is like 2 or 3 days. I did it the last time and I already don't remember it anymore. Everything okay, boss? Fine, what is it? I think that was something like boss's voice. Do you remember how you said you'd shuffle our ships around for those meetings? What, you want me to do it? It would be helpful. Alright, when is it? A week? 2? It is tonight. It's as if a black hole just sucked in all sound on the other end. What, you couldn't give me more than a few hours notice? Kojo, the old guy, just called a minute ago. I don't like it either, boss, but you did say you wanted us to go, so... I trail off, letting the sentence hang. I can picture boss turning it over in his mind, weighing his request against the pain of having to find replacements. In hindsight, I should have expected his curiosity wouldn't... Fine. No way! But you're working tomorrow morning, Kyotaro. Kyotaro too. Sure. I'll tell him. Thank you, boss. Just call me after tonight. I slowly lower the phone. If you let me get away with that, then he really is taking this seriously. There is something strange about that. Still, I think he's something with the police or something like that. Like Kojo's stuff. Kojo is wanted or something. His stuff, he isn't allowed to pray his beliefs or something like that. Anyway, only one thing left to do. I switch back to the IG6 and pull up Kyo's name. Hey, boss wants to move our shift to tomorrow morning. Early morning shift? Yeah, it's not so bad. Kojo asked us to come to a meeting tonight. Lucky. Sorry, I forgot his voice for a second there. Already good episode. 4 minutes in, 3 time forgotten voices, yeah. Yeah, I'll send you the details if you want to come. Of course I do. I open the message from Kojo. I'm surprised to find the meeting is at a nearby theater. I send it as an attachment to my next message. See you there. Yeah, man. I put the phone away and unpause the film. A second later, the first gunshot goes off. I settle back down with a smile. Who knows, with work out of the way, I might have time to watch the sequel before the meeting. The last of the afternoon light fades with us, while I squint through the theater's windows. The marquee is off, the ticket booth is unmanned, and there's a closed sign on the door. I think Kojo sent me to the wrong place. I can't see through the windows. I step back and nudge the door. To my surprise, it swings open. There is a light coming from further inside. I enter the theater a little hesitantly. Hello, Ken. Kyotaro, Setsuna, Shion, and Aya are sitting along the far wall. So, missing are Senri and Yukino, am I right? Yes, I am. By now I know all the gods. By now I know. The clip of my footsteps echoes across the room. Aya and Setsuna nod as I approach, while Kyotaro simply grunts. What's wrong with him? We've been waiting forever. They got here 10 minutes ago. Shion and I were here them. That was not English, was it? I squeeze in beside Shion, causing her to flinch and shuffle aside. I didn't think you'd be here so early. Both Aya and Shion look surprised. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing, don't worry about it. I pull out my phone and flick through some options, mostly as a way to kill time. A swatch of pink invades my peripheral vision. I don't even have to look to know that Shion is staring. You know, you have one too. Her head jerks away. I'm reminded of our conversation the other day. Did you ever make any headway with it? She shakes her head, sadly. Headway on what? Phone stuff. Ah. I can't even change the background. Her disappointment is so extreme it's hard not to laugh. Pass it here. Huh? I can do it if you'd like. Shion nods, then slips her hands down her sweater and removes her IG6. She hesitates before holding it out. Thanks. I delicately pluck the phone from her hand. It's really warm. I don't get the appeal. It's like the designers got carried away and forgot they were supposed to be making a phone. Who even uses half of the features? Uh-huh. Hey Shion, what did you want for your wallpaper? What are the options? There's a few. I'll just give you the martini glass. I grin as she stiffens. Nobody else gets the significance. You're an asshole, Ken. Like for real, you promised her not to tell anybody. And she's obviously not someone who appreciates the little kidney punch you gave her there. You know what I mean? I don't like contacts either, but at least they only do exactly what you need them to do, and nothing more. Hey, do mine too! Aya's attempts to move to a serious topic are crushed by Kyotaro, shoving his phone in my face. Shoving his face in my phone would be actually hilarious. I'm not collecting phones. What? She gets a wallpaper but I don't? How is that fair? Alright. I grab the phone, flick through a few menus and turn to Kyotaro. There. I toss the phone back into his lap. He lifts it gingerly, tilting his head as if examining a masterpiece. You know, it's actually not that bad. I love what you did with the focus and framing of my foot. I aim to please. Don't start thinking I'm going to give you mine too. You wanna do a background for me, Ken? She flashes me a wicked grin and flutters her eyelashes. I cough and stand up. I am going to use the bathroom. By the way, you lady, if you give me your money, I'll do anything. Just saying. My ringtone blares out. While I pull out my phone, I step through a door into what I think is the bathroom. The door swings shut behind me, leaving me in absolute darkness. Oh crap. Ken? Kojo? Yes, is there a problem? I hurriedly tap some options on my phone. My contact's night vision activates, and the seats of one of the cinemas flicker into being. Oh wow, that is cool. Okay. 1 point for the future. Oh hey, it's fine. What's up? Well, I was hoping to ask you a favor. It won't be anything challenging. I'd simply like you to keep everyone on track and focused during the meeting tonight. Oh, and Hitomi is not there, I just realized. Did I forget her before? I said Senri is missing and Yukino, but I forgot Hitomi. I'm stupid. This sounds more like our president's job. Exactly, that is the reason why I thought of Hitomi. Of course, but I think you have a nervous cough crackles through the speaker. Well, I believe I can trust you to help me. Do you want me to do anything specific? No, I shall leave the who's and how's to your good judgment. Though please keep the fact you are doing this a secret from the group. Why? It is imperative everything feels as natural as possible. If people know their discussion is being shifted in certain directions, it will spoil the illusion. He's right there. There's nothing worse than discussions that are directed, you know? Like in school, when you had to discuss something in politics or history or whenever. And we were like, yeah, that is actually a good point. If you compare it to this and that, and the teacher says, oh, stay on topic. You know, that's the moment I can kick someone's ass. This sounds a little weird. As I said, how you go about it is up to you. Please don't do anything that makes you uncomfortable. I'll be there in a few minutes. Until then, take care. Silence. The only sound is my breathing. I force myself to turn off the night vision and hurry back to the foyer. Who was that? Who was who? I thought I heard a ringtone. Weren't you talking to someone? Oh, no. I just called myself to talk. Setsuna gives me a very dubious look. That is unhealthy. Maybe I am an unhealthy guy. We continue staring. It gives me time to reflect on how stupid that sounded. To my relief, Setsuna's attention is snatched away by a click from the entranceway. Hey guys! At least you could say hello, Yukino. Yukino makes an effort to slink toward the far wall, but Hitomi grabs her and pulls her along as she races to our side of the room. Hey! Hey, do you guys think we're gonna watch a film tonight? We wouldn't be much of an anti-technology group if we didn't. Are you still hopping on that? Isn't that the point of the group? Instead, we're changing each other's phone backgrounds. I'm glad you think so, Miss Akiyama. Oh, that was Kojo, not Kyotaro. Sorry, they both have white names, and they have similar voices. It's like the game wants to punish me for my bad memory. Everyone whips around. Kojo has seemingly materialized in the middle of the lobby. He chuckles at our dumbfounded confusion. My apologies. I came in just after Miss Kanahito and Miss Kajihara. He gazes over our assembly, practically beaming. As Miss Akiyama was saying, tonight's activity will be a discussion on technology. Are we all ready to go? What about Senri? Miss Kanzaki will be joining us shortly. Does this mean we're not watching the film? Is she crying because of that? Oh my god. I'm afraid we shall all be talking as a group. But there must be a better place to sit than here, surely. Yeah, I guess. There's some cinemas just inside. Never sitting down, Kojo follows Hitomi straight to the auditorium hallway. He gives me an almost imperceptible nod as he passes. We follow them through the swinging doors. Kojo pushes Kojo pushes open the door to the theater. He removes a flashlight from his pocket, and a moment later a pale circle of light is wavering in front of him. I've never seen one of those outside of films. Oh yes, I've had this one for a long time. He rubs his thumb along the flashlight, and a sadness overtakes his eyes. A moment later it's gone. If you all wait there, I'll see if I can find the lights. Kojo disappears into the gloom. The circle of light wobbles up the stairs, then vanishes at the back of the room. I'm taken aback. I feel that I've just witnessed something personal. Hey, where did he go? I think there's a room up the back. Maybe the light switch is there? How would we know? Well, apparently Kojo knows. He's the master of everything knowledgeable. Are the lights flickering, or am I don't know. Did I take too much Ambrosidone? Despite Aya's lack of faith, the lights brighten to a warm glow. Kojo emerges from the projection room, surveys the theater, and gestures for us to join him up the back of the room. Ah yes, this is perfect. Those of us who don't sit with him in the back row have to perch awkwardly on our seats, to look up at the rest of the group. Perfect was a touch exaggerated. There's a bang from the door, and Senri strides through. She keeps her gaze on the floor as she climbs to the group. Good to see you, Miss Kanzaki. Everything is going well so far. She slides into the seat beside me without a word. So firstly, how have you all been finding the phones? There's a non-committal murmur. Aya raises a hand. I still don't understand why you gave them to us. Aren't they the kind of thing you were talking about in the first meeting? I was hoping you would use them to meet each other. I didn't need to. I ran into Ken. Actually, this seems the perfect time to ask. Did everybody manage to meet with someone before today? I called Ken. I met Ken. Ken. Mostly Ken. Kyotaro, Yukino, and Ken. Sorry. The entire room turns to look at me. Is this the harem ending? I met up with a few people. Indeed, I'm glad you're so enthusiastic, Ken. Can we stop saying Ken? Why is that, Ken? Koji at least has the grace to cough and change the subject. Regardless, Miss Akiyama, I hope you will use the phone in the future to spend time with other members of the group. Now I understand that last time you all went so far as to elect a leader. To my right, Hitomi jolts to life. Oh yeah, me I think. In that case, I'll defer and allow Miss Kanehito to lead the discussion. The suggestion is met with a quiet snicker from Senri. Those meetings have all been very one-sided. I talk and you listen. But that is not the kind of mentality I'd like to create. At the first meeting, for example, Miss Kanzaki was very vocal in her opposition to my ideas. Senri's eyes narrow. Oh, don't misunderstand. I believe it's important that not everyone here agrees with me. I believe Miss Akiyama is still not comfortable with our use of the phones. Then what should we do? Hang on, Hitomi's the leader, right? That means it's up to her to decide. Aya and Senri hold each other's gaze. Eventually, Senri shrugs, slumps back in her seat, and takes out her phone. Character-wise, I have to say, Aya and Senri are basically the same character, you know? I wonder where they are going to differentiate the character more. But probably in the long run of the game. For some reason, Aya seems disappointed. Right, so also they obviously have history. I'm pretty sure they have. We all swivel to face Hitomi, who fidgets uncomfortably at the sudden attention. She trails off, leaving an awkward silence. I catch Kojo watching me from the corner of my eye. What about the phones? Huh? You never really said what you thought of them. You know, if we've been using them much or not, that kind of thing. Hitomi's face lights up with newfound confidence. Hey, yeah! Okay, so as the leader, I think we should talk about the phones. She gives the group a proud smile, then blinks when she realizes she has to say a little more than that. Jabbing her hand in her pocket, she starts rummaging for something. I still haven't really gotten the hang of mine yet. I only just worked out how to... Oops. Her phone slips from her jacket. It hits Yukino squarely in the back of the head before tumbling into her lap. It almost knocks her glasses off. Jesus. Is that fucking phone so heavy? Hitomi launches a flurry of apologies, speaking so quickly it's impossible to make out actual words. I hold my breath as Yukino slowly stands up. Hitomi. The word echoes around the room, carrying terrible weight. Goodbye, Hitomi. It was nice knowing you. You dropped this. Yukino deposits the phone in Hitomi's lap, pushes her glasses back onto the bridge of her nose, and retakes her seat. There is a long pause. Hitomi, be careful on your way home tonight, okay? Setsuna wraps an arm around Yukino. Yukino's just a big softie, isn't that right? Yukino looks as though Setsuna's holding a live wiper. Hitomi's not the only one who will have to watch out on her way home. After her narrow brush with death, Hitomi seems to have lost her confidence. So, does anyone want to say anything about the phones? I think they're a waste. Huh? Why did Heisei jam so much stuff into them? They're so complicated that Shion couldn't even change her background. Strange, usually these devices get easier to handle by each generation. On the other hand, there's really much more stuff every time they pump out a new kind of phone. Anyway. At the mention of her name, Shion blushes profusely and tries to bury her face in the neck of her sweater. What's wrong with having more features? It lets you do more. But it's a phone. Right. For phone stuff. Absolutely. My point being that there's no reason for half of the things it can do. Did you know there's facial recognition thing in it? Yes. Did you ever use it? No, but... Well, there you go. And it's full of things like that. Heisei just stuffs the thing with cutting-edge tech, makes it stupidly expensive, and hopes no one will realize how useless it is in practice. They go a waste. Just because you can't figure out how to use it doesn't make the phone bad. Aya grins triumphantly, though I am not sure why. No need to be so defensive. If they're complicated enough to be confusing, that proves my point. No, it doesn't. You can't just take a phone and... I catch Kojo giving me a meaningful look as the argument continues. Trying to get Hitomi's attention doesn't work, as she's too preoccupied listening. I have to resort to loudly clearing my throat. Maybe we should hear what other people think too. Why? Senri turns her attention back to her phone, already looking thoroughly disinterested. Yeah, there are other people, bitch. Don't know if you ever heard about them. It's quite a feat considering how animated she was only a moment ago. And just as it was getting interesting. Thankfully, Kyo's quick to speak up next. I don't think they're intimidating. You couldn't even change your background. I didn't say I couldn't, just that I hadn't. So you manipulated me into doing it for you. Ken, how could you think so little of me? The full concern on his face melts after half a second. What about you, Setsuna? They're a bit confusing, sure, but they're new. You've gotta get used to things like this. That's not even Texas accent, that's just me being stupid. Hitomi jumps in. By the way, I'm not doing a Texas accent for her anyway. Like I tried a little bit in the first episode, but by now it melted down to like doing the not saying the NG, like I say. When it says doing, I say doing. And that's all I can do for Setsuna. Hitomi jumps in, eager to keep up her leadership act now that the group is back under control. Great! Shion? Yukino? Shion stares at her phone, her expression stuck between rapture and fear that it might bite her. I was kind of scared to turn it on for a while, in case it stopped working. I didn't think I'd be allowed to come back if I broke it. She trails off, looking like she'd prefer to hide behind the chair rather than keep sitting in it. Yukino? Yukino looks up at the group, suddenly realizing she has to give a response. They are okay. She looks back down at her lap. It's what I've come to expect from her when we're all together. But, I mean, it kind of makes sense, like... She's indifferent, you know? It's the ensuing silence. Senri smiles triumphantly at Aya. See? No one agrees with you. You think? Weren't you listening for half of that, or do you just ignore people when they disagree? Senri's smile transforms into a scowl, and that's all it takes for them to start bickering again. Hitomi looks to me, wordlessly asking for help, but she's saved by Kojo, who finally steps in himself. Well, I think that is enough for today. Your meetings are always very short, Kojo. The argument stops instantly. Kojo smiles at us, but it seems a lot more strained than earlier. Thank you all for coming. I do appreciate this given such short notice. I believe we have made some good progress tonight, and all gotten to know each other better. We should meet again soon. Until then, I hope you all try and stay in touch. Just because I've not organized anything, doesn't mean you can't. That's what the phones are for, after all. Until then, take care. Everybody flies out of the rows. Yukino goes first, making silent eye contact with me as she passes by. Bye-bye. Hey, you coming? You guys go ahead. I want to talk to Kojo. Alright, later, Ken. See you later. Hey, wait up, you guys. Hitomi takes off after Kyotaro and Setsuna. Bye, thanks for the background. Shion hurries out after the others, leaving me with Senri and Kojo. Miss Kanzaki, would you care to wait in the lobby for a moment? I'll be out shortly. Don't forget to turn the light off. She heads out after the others. Kojo must catch my confusion. I promised to drive her home. She lives quite far away. Yeah, I know. She's really trustworthy, though. Ah. Oh yes, of course. I couldn't say it before, but well done on getting to know everyone. I appreciate it. I was hoping tonight would be a little smoother, but I can't fault you for that. What was the point? Kojo slumps, shutting his eyes. I had hoped that if everyone knew and trusted you, the quieter members would open up, and the more energetic ones would listen to reason. That is why you asked me to keep the meeting on track? Yes, I thought you might have more luck than me, but maybe they just need time. Perhaps. Can I count on you to continue doing your best to bring the group together? I know you weren't terribly enthusiastic last time, so I don't wish to overburden you. I wouldn't hate it. Wonderful. If you could, I believe I have an idea for the next meeting, which will bring us together wonderfully. By the way, I'm just saying, Ken's character changed rather abruptly. Now, I didn't complain about that because, I'm more happy that he's more normal. It's now easier to identify with Ken. But his change of character was, as mentioned, rather abrupt. Like a little bit boom-like. And suddenly he was kinda okay. Before he was just a jackass. It will take some time to plan it out. I may even get our president involved. Who's our president? Hitomi, of course. I was thinking the president of Japan or something. Sure, keep me posted. Certainly. Well, I should turn off the lights. Until we meet again, take care. Okay, so I guess, once again, that is a good point to stop. So, that was actually quite interesting. So, all the problems got a bit more obvious. I wonder what is going on with the backstory between Aya and Senri. I mean, if there is a backstory, or if they just, two hot-headed people who always, need to argue or something like that. But I believe there is history. Anyway, this episode is very long, so I stopped blabbering. Thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next part, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.